What's up, everybody? Jeff here at the Burnout Shelter. Going to do a ranking video on all the LPs in my collection from 1977. One of the greatest years in music in the 20th century, let alone the decade. For me, I mean, for the 70s, 70 or 71 might be a better year, but 77, you can argue it's the best. I got about 34 albums to go through. I don't like to run my videos long, so we're gonna dive right into it. So coming in hot at number 34, the best of Roger Whittaker. Not in my wheelhouse, but this was on heavy rotation in my house when I was a kid. My dad loved this guy, so I keep it around. I'll throw it on when he comes by. It's pretty fun. Number 33, Jeff Beck and Jan Hammer live. Good jazz rock, a lot of good jamming on this. The vocals are kind of meh. So, but for the price point, $2-3, it's a good album to have. It's not bad. Number 32, Rick Danko, solo live debut, chorus from the band. A little uneven. First side is kind of boring. Second side kind of redeems it. Another cheap record you can get. If you're a fan of the band, I recommend checking that out. Not bad. Number 31, Jethro Tull, Songs from the Wood. Nothing really special here. This is a good album. It's solid, but it's a band kind of past their heyday. But not a bad record. I don't throw it on a ton, but not a bad one to have in the collection. Number 30, Chuck Mangione, Feels So Good. Title cut was all over the radio in 77, 78. It was 3 or 4. Kind of remember it being on the radio back then. But this is a great album. Really, really nice Sunday morning record. Good stuff. Number 29, Bob Welch, French Kiss. I mean, if those aren't some fucking cocaine glasses, I don't know what are, but Sentimental Lady, Ebony Eyes, some good hits on this. Number 28, Live Spirit. Solid live album. I haven't spun this in a while. I need to again. But again, this is a band past their prime. But it's a pretty solid live album, if I remember correctly. Animal Zoo, Nature's Way, I Got a Line on You. Yeah, it's a pretty solid live album. Was that number 27? This is number 27. 10cc, Deceptive Bends. The Things We Do for Love. Great pop track. This closes out with a nice, sweet Feel the Benefit, parts 1, 2, and 3. Fantastic record. Really good stuff. Number 26, Slow Hand by Eric Clapton. Chock full of hits. Cocaine, Wonderful Tonight, Lay Down Sally, The Core. Probably not my favorite solo Clapton. This followed up, I believe, No Reason to Cry. I think No Reason to Cry is probably my favorite. The band backed him on that one. But this is, I mean, good stuff. Number 25, Little Feat, Time Loves a Hero. This is a little spotty. There's some filler on this, but the good moments are fucking great. Red Streamliner, worth the price of admission. Missing You, great little country ditty. New Delhi Freight Train. There's some really good moments on that. Number 24, Nils Lofgren, Night After Night, double live set. I recommend anything by Nils, man. This guy doesn't get the credit he deserves, man. Anything by Nils is good. You can pick his albums up for pretty cheap, too. Number 23, Steve Winwood, solo debut. Arc of a Diver kind of gets more, I guess, attention, but this is, I think, a better album. Arc of a Diver, the song, is one of the best songs ever written. This doesn't have a song like that, but it just flows better as a record. A lot of Arc of a Diver is kind of dated sounding to me. This holds up a little bit better than Arc of a Diver as an album, so you can pick that up cheap too. Randy Newman, Little Criminals, coming in at number 22. For me, Sail Away is probably his best record, but this has got Short People on it. Fantastic, cynical, sarcastic songwriting. Randy Newman's always great. Coming in at number 21, Cheap Trick's debut album. Was never a fan of these guys. These guys from Rockford, Illinois. Was never a fan of their hits. This doesn't have any hits to speak of. I just picked this up recently for $1 at a Goodwill in Evanston. But this kind of straddles the line between hard rock and punk. And it's a fun record. I'm starting to come around to these guys. Yeah. Debut from Cheap Trick. Number 20, Rough Mix, Ronnie Lane, Pete Townsend. It's just a good, straight up rock record. Good stuff. All right, Billy Joel, The Stranger, coming in at 19. This is another one that plays like a greatest hits album. I mean, Moving Out, The Stranger, Just the Way You Are, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, Only the Good Die Young. Probably his best record, I would say. Coming in at 18, Fela Kuti, No Agreement. This is just some fantastic Afrobeat. This guy's got tons of records. I kind of want them all. Fantastic. This is another studio album that plays like a greatest hits. Book of Dreams, Steve Miller Band. So, get a drink here. This is the follow-up to Fly Like an Eagle, and is chock full of hits. Jet Airliner, Wintertime, Swingtown, Jungle Love. Solid outing for Steve Miller. All right, we're on to number 16 now. Alan Parsons, I, Robot. Art rock, proggy, pop, funk. Great record. All right. Number 15, Street Survivors by Skinnard. Of course, the last record with Ronnie Van Zant and Steve Gaines. They had to edit the cover that was originally released with the fire because, you know, they died in a plane crash. But, yeah, that's a real fucking solid record. Good stuff. Number 14, Asia, Steely Dan. This was, I've always liked Steely Dan, but this was never one of my favorite records by them. But this is kind of creeping up into my favorite by them. Black Cow, Asia, Deacon Blues, Peg. Really solid. I mean, pretty much everything that Steely Dan did was fantastic, but that one is good. All right, number 13, Hard Again. Kind of a comeback record for Muddy Waters. The penultimate version of Manish Boy. Great record, produced by Johnny Winter. Number 12, Equal Rights, Peter Tosh. Fantastic, druggy reggae. Great fucking album. Number 11, Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. I mean, everybody knows this. Everybody probably has this in their collection, but I mean, this is just one of the most defining albums of the 70s or the 20th century for that matter. Just a masterful pop record. All right, number 10, top 10. Townes Van Zandt, Live at the Old Quarter, Houston, Texas. Fantastic. Raw, just honest, depressing, but just, I mean, some of the best songwriting on the planet. Townes Van Zandt. Number 9, My Aim Is True. Elvis Costello. One of the best debuts ever. Don't got to go into that. I mean, everybody kind of knows that. Fantastic. Number 8, Iggy Pop, The Idiot. Got together with David Bowie after a self-imposed stint in a mental institution and put out this fantastic, fucking druggy, weird, dark album. Great shit. Number 7, Rocket to Russia, Ramones. Fantastic follow-up to their debut. They're a little bit more poppier, but this is just infectious and fun and just great record. All right, number 6, Pacific Ocean Blue, Dennis Wilson. This is another druggy, kind of coked out, burnout album. And everybody should own this. It's so good. It's so goddamn good. All right, top 5. Coming in at number 5, Marquee Moon by Television. If you don't know this album, I don't know what to do for you, but it's you need it. It's just too good. Every song, the guitars, Verlaine, great shit. Number 4, Wire, Pink Flag. Ton of songs on this, coming in at under 2 minutes, a lot of them. This one kind of straddles punk and hard rock, but this is one of my favorite records in my collection, let alone from this year. But yeah, fantastic. Number 3, The Clash's debut. This is I think the UK track listing. Janie Jones, Police and Thieves. Fantastic fucking record. Another great debut. All right, number 2. Animals, Pink Floyd. Dystopian, prog, masterpiece. And number 1. Never mind the bollocks. The Sex Pistols. I have the original inner sleeve with that one. This gets shown a lot, but for me, that's number 1, 1977. All right, that's it, everybody. Everybody take care, and we'll see you again.